what I want to do in this demo is show you how to take a part in Onshape and scale it down to the size that we're using for our tabletop builds. So right now I'm in a part studio that just has two parts, that has the base for my windmill and it has the blade assembly for my windmill. So in order to do this, what I'm going to do is go into my search and I'm going to search for transform. Transform allows you to do quite a few different things. What we specifically want to tell it to do by pulling down this menu is tell it we want to scale. Scale needs to know a couple of things. It needs to know the thing that we're going to scale down. So we're going to click on the base to start with. We need to give it a mate connector. So I'm specifically going to click on the little mate connector button. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use the mate connector that's at center here. And then the last thing we need to know is what the scale is. So we're using a 1:5 scale where 20 feet in real life equals 4 feet in our prototype designs. We could also call that 0.2. So we're scaling it down by multiplying by 0.2. Because 1:5 scale, 1/5 equals 0.2 as a decimal. So I'm going to type in 0.2. And what I should be able to see if I hit tab there is I should see a little version of what that'll look like once it's scaled. That looks correct. I'm going to go ahead and click the green check. So now I've got a teeny tiny version of my base appropriate to actually dimension and make in real life for our prototypes. I'm going to do the exact same thing for the blades. I'm going to click transform. I'm going to choose the thing I want to transform. I'm going to give it a point that I want to transform with. And I'm going to, oops, I got to change the scale first. I wondered why my mate connector wasn't showing up. I'm going to choose the mate connector. And I'm going to type in my scale of 0.2. And now it shrinks it down. So now I've got a tabletop size base and blade assembly for my windmill. So if I go back to my assembly, it's still there. Looks a little strange. Looks like I might have to re-import. Oh, I had turned off the blade. That's what it was. So it's still there. It's still assembled correctly. I haven't scaled my base down yet for the overall whole, so it looks a little weird. But you can tell my part is there right where it is in the past because it was already assembled correctly. So that's the process of scaling. You may want to do that first so that all of your dimension drawings show up in the actual size that you're going to be building.